I want to see.
Hi, everybody. We are all here tonight for a story. This is a book that I have renewed over and over again at the library because I haven't had a chance to. Hold on, P. I haven't had a chance to read it yet, but it's due back now without renewals. So I needed to hurry up and read it to you guys. Let me get the other child up here. Hold on. Here's Pierce. Say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so the book... Oh, yes, Preston wants to tell you something.
So I have this alphabet number marker thing, and you can see the dots and you can trace them. Okay, bye.
She's working on getting ready for kindergarten and writing her letters.
Yeah, I really want to go to kindergarten.
Okay, so this book is called Will You Read to Me? It is by Dennis Kazette. His name is the only one on the cover. So we know that he is both the author and the illustrator. All right, here it goes. Will You Read to Me? Story and Pictures by Dennis Kazette. This book is for Donna. You know, we've talked about how authors have a purpose whenever they write. Well, they also usually have a purpose as in a dedication, somebody that they are writing for. So remember that with your own stories. Hamlet leaned over the fence. He looked at all the pigs soaking in the mud. "Mom," he said. "Dad?"
All the kids.
A big pig looked up. "Yes, dear," said his mother. "I have a new book," said Hamlet. Will you read to me?" Hamlet's father sat up. "Is it a cookbook?" he asked. "No," said Hamlet. "It's about a dragon that doesn't want to be one." "Oh," said his father. He rolled over into a warm spot. Hamlet showed his mother his notebook. "I wrote some poems," he said. "I can read to you." Okay, thank you, Pierce. Thank you. That's enough. "Poems," said his sister. "What kind of pig writes poems?" "What kind of pig wears a clean shirt?" said a brother. "Look, miss, there's not a spot on it."
Pierce.
"Oh, look, Ma, there's not a spot on it."
Pierce.
What?
No,
I'll clean it off, P. Hamlet tried to cover the shirt with his notebook. "It's a good thing there aren't two of him," someone said. "Twins," said his big brother. "Hamlet and eggs."
Wait, close this first. That's not. Mommy, guess.
Just as everyone started to laugh, they saw the farmer walking away from the eating trough. "Supper!" they shouted and shoved and pushed their way across the mud hole. "Supper! Supper! Supper!" Hamlet looked at the pigsty. He didn't feel very hungry. He looked at a spot of mud on his favorite shirt. Hold on. And then walked away. When he saw the farmer's pond, he stopped for a moment and watched the rising moon. He sat down near the edge of the water and wrote a new poem in his notebook. When he looked into the pond, he saw his twin looking back. "Oh," he gasped. "It's you." Hamlet waved. His twin waved. "Do you mind if I call you Eggs?" Hamlet asked. Eggs didn't answer. "I'll read to you," said Hamlet, "and then you can read to me. Can there be such a thing as pigness without the dirt? Or am I, Hamlet, just a sort of pig with mud on his favorite shirt?"
Let me see the mud.
I don't think you can really see it on that picture.
Mama.
Hamlet looked into the water again. The wind ruffled the surface of the pond. Hamlet's twin bobbed up and down in the moonlight. "Oh, good," he said. "I'm glad you liked it. Now it's your turn." Black leaves drifted in the fading sky, and shadows crept along the edge of the pond. The frogs began their nightly chorus, and an owl hooted. The breeze rattled the cattails, brushed Hamlet's face, and then it was quiet.
Do you know how to
Very
draw
nice, said Hamlet.
I know how to draw
I wrote a
an
poem
F.
about the wind.
I'll
read it to you.
Look, I know how to draw an F.
Good job, Pete.
So it's a line, 2 lines. Uppercase is a line, and a jump.
Sounds like the nature is telling a story, and so Hamlet thinks that it's Eggs, his twin, or his
Look,
reflection,
it looks like an upside.
telling the
So
story.
look, it's an upside. It's a upside. What's it called?
Upside down.
Upside down candy cane.
Oh, it's a right side up candy cane. Just has a line through it.
Yeah.
The wind is rising with the moon. Hang on, Pierce.
And someone like put decorations.
Like whispers from a tender ghost. An October wind, soft and warm, gently moving through the garden. Listen, can you hear the sound of the brush silk sitting by the window? Shh. Listen. Polly.
I'm gonna go with Polly.
Did you get it? Hamlet asked. Brush silk is the fur of a black cat I saw sitting by the farmer's window. The little pig looked into the water just as the cloud drifted across the moon. Hamlet's twin began to fade away. Oh, said Hamlet, don't go. See if you like this one better. It's about cantaloupe. No, Pierce.
Me and Polly are right here.
The moon is a cold, sweet slice of cantaloupe sitting on a porcelain plate, ready to be carved by the constellation spoon.
Hello.
Hamlet looked into the pond. It was dark. Oh,
Pierce is doing.
I know, he said sadly. Goodbye, Eggs. I guess you didn't like that one either. Hamlet sat down. I liked it, said a small voice. Me too, said another. We all did. Hamlet looked up. Oh my, he said. I wonder who was talking to him. Will you read to us? They asked. Aww. Look at all those.
Let me see.
Come sit over here.
Yeah, see.
The end.
I'll read to us. I read to us.
You want to read Trolls?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll read it next. I want to tell the kids something, okay? All right, so often you guys might hear me say that you need to be reading out loud.
I wanna.
Say hi.
Hey kids, so I
Watch out with that marker on your wall.
got something special to show y'all. Because it's in my room, I never showed y'all. It's my special trophy.
What'd you get that for?
Because I was doing my dance right. I don't even like it.
Okay.
Because it's something supposed to be there.
Yes.
And kids, I have something else to show you. It's really new to color. It's this coloring. You can color any color you want. If you've seen the My Little Pony movie, then you should color the right color. And I have
You should not have all that business in your bag.
a box, a crown.
Okay, back to Mommy. Say bye.
Hey kids, guess what else? I have this room pretty-est and Pierce's like boys. So I have some toys here. This is from my cake then. Okay, bye-bye.
Okay, I am back in Pierce too. So anyway, so I was saying I often tell you guys to read out loud because it helps to build fluency and just gives you good practice with that. So I think that this book was a good example of the example that I've tried to give on you don't actually always have to have a person to read out loud to. And whenever I was younger and I knew that I wanted to be a teacher, I would practice reading out loud by lining up my stuffed animals in my room to read to them. So the story kind of reminded me of that and reminded me to tell you guys that you can do the same thing so that you're still practicing reading out loud. All right, say good night.
Night. I want to say good night. Good night, everyone. I'm going to do my stuff.
Polly, say night.
There's our dog.